and welcome to another one of our Kitchen Corner conversations about 1-minute miracles in relationships.
And this time we wanted to talk about the question that arises for a lot of people is how to know when your partner is lying. If something's going on in your relationship and you suspect that your partner might be lying, the first thing that we recommend, that we actually practice, is checking in to see, am I willing to hear what's true? Am I really open to hearing the truth from my partner?
Because what happens oftentimes is when one person thinks they're committed to hearing the truth, but then when the other person tells them a truth, like, I didn't want to go to your mother's last weekend. Then they say something like,
well, then why did you go anyway?
Yeah, so you end up punishing the person for telling the truth. So you want to make it a safe space in the relationship for people to say everything honest that's on their minds. So here's a couple of hints. Number one, body language can be a good revealer of whether people are telling the truth. Typically, when people aren't telling the truth, they may touch their face, for example, or blink their eyes excessively. However, even the very best FBI body language people are only right about, 4 times out of 5. So that's a little bit more difficult. Here's an easier way that we think you can really find out whether the person is telling the meaningful truth or not.
So when you've asked yourself, am I willing to hear the truth, ask the key question that you want to know about. So we're going to give you a demonstration about this. So here's the question.
Okay.
Have you been having an affair with Kim?
Why, that's the most preposterous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, so that's one response. That's not a clear yes or a clear no, which would be the obvious answer. So I'm going to ask it again. So, have you been having an affair with Kim?
Why do you always harp on things like that? I mean, that seems, can't you get your mind out of the gutter?
No, because I really want to know, have you been having an affair with Kim?
No. Okay, so what we're getting at here is listen carefully, because almost always a person will invent some other response other than a clear, simple yes or no. And so, but again, remember that even the best FBI profiler is only right about 4 times out of 5 about what people are actually doing when they're in the realm of communication with each other.
So if this happens in your relationship, if somebody is lying, the best thing to do instead of beating each other up is for both of you to recommit to being honest with each other, recommit to transparency and authenticity, because that's the quickest way to rekindle romance and to also rekindle your connection with each other.
So early on in our relationship, we made it a safe space for us to tell the truth by actually making an agreement with each other. I commit to speaking honestly to you, and I commit to listening to you as clearly as I possibly can to what you have to say. So we made an agreement about that, and so it took a lot of the, later on, if we kind of messed up and punished the other person for telling the truth, did you have to tell me that? Or
we didn't do it perfectly, and you're not going to do it perfectly either. But your commitment and your recommitment to being honest with each other is one of the most important things you can do to create relationship miracles in your life.
Until next time, lots of conscious loving to you.